Hello team, it's Arun here, and it's a demo session of Pros where I'm talking about shadow and lazy and eager loading. Now first start from shadow. Here, if I decomment this line, you will see I'm getting a compile time error here. Variable list is already defined in the scope. There is one thing important here. This is the scope of this method, and Lambda makes the scope of the parent method or class only. If you remember, anonymous class has different scope from the place where they were defined. If it would be an anonymous class, this scope and this scope would be different. But for Lambda, both have that same scope, so we get this compile time error. Let me comment this. Now, what I am doing here, it's a simple comparator, nothing hard here. I am giving first and second as input here. If first dot length minus second dot length is greater than 2, return 0, else return 1. And this I am dot system dot println arrow not rn. So let me compile it, run it, and answer I am getting is 1. Why? Because first dot length is less than second dot length. Now let me come down and come on lazy versus eager. When I come here, let me first do this. This is an eager match. And where is this eager match? I am doing eager match upon compute method. Where is this compute method? Let us see. Let me click on this compute method. And here is the compute method. Compute method, I am passing a string here, printing this system.out.println executing, and returning string dot contains a or not. It's a boolean expression. Fine. Control C, Control V. Here. Now, if I just do this, it's an eager match where I'm passing string bb, comma string aa. Let me run this. And you will see I have executing is coming 2 times and incompatible once. From where it is coming, let's go to compute method. F3. This is executing that I'm getting that this method is getting called twice. Okay. Let me go up. And why is this eager match here? This is the eager match. Eager match says I am passing a boolean b1 and boolean b2, where I am doing this b1 and b2. Question mark, if it is matched, give. If it is true, give match. If it doesn't, gives incompatible. Let me go above. Let me change this to B and A. Now let me run this. It again says executing and incompatible. Let me go to 3. String dot contains A. Okay. Now let me change this to AAA. And now let me run this. It says executing and match. Okay. But executing is coming twice only. From where I'm getting, that means my eager method, when I'm passing that compute method, it is getting passed twice. Okay, fine. Now let's comment it back and come to lazy. Now here, let me run this for you. It is printing executing once only. Lazy means it would be called only when it requires. So I am calling the same compute method but by a lazy match. Okay, let me change input here to AAA This is already A. Let me go to lazy match. My lazy match says whatever supplier I am getting, I just take A dot get from it. From supplier B, I will take B dot get from it. Have AND operation above it. In such a manner, see like this. You have boolean. This all comes under a single this, and similarly this. If this is true, give me match, otherwise give me incompatible. Let me run this for you. Something I think I have put it. Executing, and this is match this time. Why it is matched? Because I have called this, or I have changed the value of double A and single A. Because you have AND operator here, and your first value get matched. Okay, now your second value also needs to be get checked. If your both value needs to be checked, it is again calling it twice, else it will cause it once only. Let me show it again. I have basically lazy match. Here if I put it B, N, H, F, T, anything, it will print executing once only. Yes, executing once only. Now Control X, and it is incompatible. I just come here, put it here, and now I will put it here. It will first go for executing here, and it will again go for here. Let's see. See, in this time again we are getting executing 2 times only. That means if we have lazy match, if this expression is true, then it will go for computing for this expression, else not. So this is the beauty of basically lazy. If it is called only when it is required. I think we are done with this lazy. Now I will give you another example on lazy and eager. Let me come to this example. Let me click this. Here I have this eager method. Here I have public static void main. I have final int number 2, final boolean complete result, final boolean process result, process number. If I don't have this final, any compile error? No. 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 But if it would be Java 7, then definitely it would give you compile error. Now what I am doing, I have this compute number and process number. Let me go inside this compute number. In compute number, I am getting some number and I am printing that number, and I will return true if that number is greater than 5, else false. Similarly, for process number, I will have that number and I will do some processing, number modulus 5 double equal to 0. If this is true, then true, else false. Okay, let me go up. Let me run this from here. Yeah, it is fine. Now I have computing number 15, passing number 15, and it is true. If I pass it with 2 here as initial stage, let me run this now. It's giving me computing number 2, processing number 2, and it's false. Okay. Now let me go back to lazy. It is main 11 lazy. It is lazy method. Before I was on eager method. And here, when I am passing compute number, I am passing final int this number greater than 5 true. The process number again it is same, no change. Let me go above. But my number is changed here. This is difference. That now I'm passing that in a supplier. If you see here, Boolean compute result, Control C, and if you will see the difference here, this is the difference. Here you are just putting Boolean, but here your Boolean is supplier. Let me remove this final for you. Any compile time error? No. Let me run this for you. Wait, I have to run this from here. Let me run this for you. Computing number 2. I'm not getting anything around the process number because my compute number in itself is false. If your compute number it gives false, so it is not going for the process number. So your number should be greater than 5 to print this thing. Why I am saying this? Because in your supplier you said compute result, you pass a lambda and you first pass compute number. Then you pass process as process number. But this is your AND operator. This is a bitwise operator which says first check this value. If required, then only go to this value. Since this only coming as false, so it is not going to this value at all. Let me give this number as 6. Now your compute and process both will get print. See, it is false because 6 is not getting modulus by 5, but both the numbers are getting pass. So that's much for this time. Thanks.